GJA, the Ghana Journalists Association, they have not pressed for Ahmed Swale's murders to be exposed. They have not said anything about Canadian Japan's statement. Or Casa Dampare knows who murdered Ahmed Swale. GJA, they have not made a statement. There is video evidence. Ghana Journalists Association, none of them have come out with a statement to say, Kennedy said this, so you, Dampare, you know something, say it. And a journalist had been shot dead. We have GJ in Ghana saying they represent journalists. So I keep telling young journalists in Ghana and those in it, say, you see your leadership. They don't care about fellow journalists being killed, broad daylight. But back to this issue. And the issue is, GJ is urgent. Now, the issue between OTUMFUO and DORMAAHENE, to be very honest with you, I don't see any fight here. So because OTUMFUO and DORMAAHENE, I don't understand the person. In fact, we are even supposed to be happy from what is happening, because the two chiefs are telling us or educating us on our history. Unless you don't understand what is happening will not bring any war. What is happening is the two chiefs are trying to explain, break things down, educate us on our history. I listened to DORMAAHENE and I listened to OTUMFUO. You could see, sir, they are all endowed with knowledge about our history, and we need to know our history. So when a chief steps out and unapologetically or specifically speaks on things and our history that he was told that has not been changed, I don't see that chief as threatening or causing harm or fighting anybody. The same way as when a chief responds to a statement from another chief about the history, they are distorting of history as time goes on. History idea, as we move forward, people try to change it. People try to touch it. Like OTUMFUO, like DORMAAHENE, they are trying to let the young ones like us understand DORMAAHENE almost pine, almost bile, almost bonyon, ehina sorry. OTUMFUO said to so asantemai, baby almost 2 million almost bonyon da, baby almost fruma edda. So I don't see any problem here when a chief steps out to speak on the history of his people. When a chief steps out to respond to history, where is the fight? There's no fight unless you people are reading meanings into what we are talking about. Unless a chief or one of the chiefs is lying to protect lies they've spoken all these years. But between the two, so far, I have been learning a lot. I have been reading a lot from them. I have been understanding a lot from them. So I give them credit for letting us know, baby, that has been touched and that has been changed. We need to have a dialogue. We need to have a conversation. I am for. I hear you mudi enim. Omo no mutumi me hu ya bakosem. Inti sende DORMAAHENE eka abakosem akyere Ghana for senia asanteman ne doma ehia ya mrebia sebio yenyina yedua culture studies. That is how we got to know about a year Konfoanoche. That is how we got to know about a year Konfoanoche say onya santini. That is how we got to know. Say, OTUMFUO said to the Nana Momoko, Prempamoko, Tokano, Senesia, Bosiako, there is a history behind it. So, and the DORMAAHENE PA, Nasa or church and Semu, now OTUMFUO also thinks to say he needs to rectify some things. Where is the field? Where is the confusion? Because it is the core responsibility of the people who lead us traditionally to break our history down to us, for us to understand as we move forward. So we on hene na so wontumi nkyere eye wakonwa abakosam ana nipa mu di wechi abakosam na wo hene na wodi na ase kyere sen me papa yo man hene obusa ne se eye abrode ebusia obo eye akonwa wote so onkyere obebi abrode kraman a eye ejaso na no ana kenten a obekyere mu, because eye ne nananom na kyere no eye history no before he got to this position. So I don't see anybody saying say Edin Tokobeba DORMAAHENE. The first thing he did was to explain to Ghanaians, baby, Doma sati free, and Dema Doma Ejeno, and the Doma from DORMAAHENE. OTUMFUO said to do so, Ejin said, a Santimano, or no so, a Bacosimo Bexle, Sat Santimai Dino, a Santimai ye say. Nan can you OTUMFUO said to Ankaminim Dasa Kwame and Krumano pass and to Fuasem. It's part of our history. We need to research, we need to go into it. Wow, Shami, wow, me. Did you ever know? Say Kwame Nkrumah in our history never liked Ashantis, and your OTUMFUO said to the catcher ende. We need to be learning from these chiefs. Sebio and the Ghana, nobody's going to be stupid to pick a cutlass and pick a gun and say, Mekwa Santimai, Domafon Show Park, where's Yanko, actually Jimmy. But what they are doing to us, they are really helping enrich our culture. They are helping us to understand where we are from and why we are here today and why we need to protect our history and culture. And nobody should read meanings and start sending messages around the field and nothing is going to happen. And so far, people are discrediting people because some people to know the truth. So we need to establish the truth. How do we establish the truth? Yet to come here, papa, I could see your history. We know it's a lie. Who is going to tell us the truth until people who were living in that generation come out to speak? That is when we will get to know the truth. Ekufuado is altering history. What are we doing? Or the nyome bi share money to anyhow. And then Ukore Life Schools book, culture studies, social religious. In summer anyone Ekufuado buy we edition books him. And then they share mbano na yenya ahemfo akese na mo say ende de omato omo hwesi wo say omo be kire abekosemu abekire bebia omo man free abekire eye history eta eye omo hinie ene eye nyoma ede omo bedu bebia obudura adenti na ebufu mediem makomemu a anka ahemfo so sorry no mo so bie camera nsi omo so no mo kire mu adekrontia ekrowe eyekro kitwa enso man hini na tim okọ mikro ma yeldo a eyekro kitikiti enso ekro no oyo man hini utumi ko kuro bi so kakraka ekro no edi kuro ne di so edi ntina ma ne basa eye nananom eye history eye abekosem eye nchirechiremu. So this should give our chiefs, because so your hine na woni mo abekosem a you don't deserve to be a chief. And DORMAAHENE anka nchiro obi aso obi abodam DORMAAHENE endi obi atep DORMAAHENE sit down to set the record straight. What do we lose here? We gain a lot, because this is what we have been looking for, waiting for, this kind of knowledge. Because now we mean that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah hated Ashantis. Ayo 2472 na kacheye. Now we that. So Kwame Nkrumah not Ashanti for. I have never heard this in my history. I have never learned about this. Today we need to research why na Kwame Nkrumah pass Ashanti for asem. Is it the reason why today this is one thing OTUMFUO Edgar check Ghana for some Monkosua history no say Yenya Asante for the Kwame Nkrumah no on payasem. Identity non pass and for some Ebi OTUMFUO has its case there. Ebi and another mudin kaba no Oman Chiré Omudi see but OTUMFUO said to take a course on and this has been able to tell us how on the saying why are you making issues out of nothing? The GJ should take care of more important things. We are enjoying what is happening. I am learning a lot. We are very, very happy. OTUMFUO and DORMAAHENE are letting us know our history. I expect other chiefs to come out, tell us how their respective clans, their respective backgrounds, how they were able to dominate, how they've been able to maintain that royalty till date. And yet a good year, and yet chains. Sebio se nipa ne beka asem na enye de hye no ena kire se onim nyansa na eye de firi no, but the message is more important. Sebio se oka se go be community o making sense a metuma catch on authority ahemfo be 90% of more Ghana e gudi egu omkom nyina e alomi. So we should not look at people, the kind of cloth, the kind of jewels they are wearing, to listen to the history. We need to listen, absorb, research, and see who is lying. It does not represent anything. What the people want from our chiefs is the knowledge, impact, the development. What can they do in their respective positions to bring development? Force politicians to listen to them. The culture we are leaving behind, our customs we are leaving behind. It is the responsibilities of these traditional leaders to enlighten us about it. So OTUMFUO any DORMAAHENE assembly there, a good news for Ghana. It will let us know the lies in our history, and it is also going to educate us about the good things and things that will help us sustain our culture. So with me, I have no problems, and nothing is going to happen. Nobody's going to fight. So because I don't see what any of them have done. I don't expect DORMAAHENE to get angry, and I don't expect OTUMFUO to get angry. Sebio asemi wo ho imrebi na okra eni nkura edi agrobom e one area. Okra ne ma eni nkura ne ma de bia nyumre no mo hia bonte no mo di agro. Na one day okra ne free krom baaye no e no friend mba ne ko share dem and a crown so ban so most of them them. And a crown to him banner for sale. Wouldn't say Sanko for no mudiagri or ye diane. Sanko no me diane mamo. I was so much yomo because yedin cradia in cradia no mundiagro. In crowns to share them, and no oma make a chair almost say. Wouldn't you Sanko for no diagri or me dangerous or bit too much marry. Into motion we when young for some new diagro. A some na make a chair mono. And then crowns my ati, and I'm crowns my ati. A dear chin and a panel, and I in crano. Ebe boy a granny dime because that time on me our parents who could juma. And on bom coco inkra mumbra bontin yanko diagro. Na inkra inkra no say inkra mumbra bontin yanko diagro as you always. Mude mumpia na mumra. Wudi masome inkra ne ka kire mo. Se wo maame we tufu a yenso ye maame etuyafo. E kire wu twantro e na obubefu. Se wo maame etufu a obisu maame etunufo. So it is important to respect our culture. So nobody should blot this out and say in Tokobisi, baby. So where they are, Obisu Wading, we are Bema, Obisu Bema, say Abakosemno, Udim Sano Krana, Kamema Bumfu, Chilechim, Maunana no Montiasia. You see, 90% of our Hinye, any him from Ghana, a good year Guamukumu, a Yalumiyalu Yazo. Ibianim, just to represent. Those things represent. They don't have any value. The value we need from our chiefs is the wisdom they are impacting us today. DORMAAHENE, OTUMFUO, the nyansa, the abakosam team. Let us learn and ignore this when we kuntokwa. They themselves understand, so they need to teach the culture. Me, the mafawum, you say, na minim da. And mechanism OTUMFUO said to Nyamishrao, me blesso, unkwa, nyamintum, manusi sumna sunana, unkwa so. And no one can be named Kwame Nkrumah Tansantifo. Never. But you have told me something. I am researching, and I will make sure. Say I'll add this to our history. DORMAAHENE so Canada. It is important we respect culture. It is important we respect people who want to help us understand our culture. Other chiefs should come out and let us know how their culture, their background, the bile of their ancestors, where it was buried. It is important. My way and bear problem. The GJA should find a better way to address their own issues. There are lots and lots of things they need to discuss. Sa aseme AC and yantokwa yabakosem no mochire. The GJA should address Ahmed Swala ye bone to Kennedy Japan car say the current IGP Dampari knows who did it. And no na ye pese GJA a petition to the IGP to come out and deny or confirm. Mamunjai sa Jimmy, with all due respect, it's important we as a people start to look at these things very well. I'll be right back after this short break. I just want to take a water break. It's important. Okay. So sure.